Hi everyone, this is Danielle with Average Black Girl and welcome to today's vlog. Today we have Justin Burns of Justin Burns Maestro, and today we're going to talk about product launching and all that stuff that is really technical but no one wants to talk about but you really need to know. He's going to break it down for us and give us everything we need. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Justin.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. I'm excited.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, tell them about your story, and, let's talk about Maestro.
Yeah, so I'm Justin Burns. I actually grew up in Chicago. I actually really had a hard time, figuring out how to go to college, what to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So actually I didn't go to college. And fast forward about 5 years, I was working at a 9 to 5. And I got fired, right? That's like every entrepreneur story, right? It's like you get fired, you're like,
right.
Something just triggers you. And so my friend was like, hey, I want to do some online marketing stuff. Can you help me? And I was in the unemployment line, so I rushed over to him, to really find out what he was doing, because I thought he was doing something illegal. When people say, back in the day, 8 years ago, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing online marketing? Fast forward a year later, I was working with him and he sold that company for 7 figures, and I learned so much. I learned about, how to get affiliates, how to do product launches, and how to take the knowledge in my head, even if you're just starting out, and actually turn it into a digital product, which is what, the company that I just started is exactly.
Okay, so your company is for people that are in the idea stage, or they already have a business and they're trying to figure out how to launch it or products?
So Maestro is actually a software as a service platform that you can actually use. Okay. That you can take your idea and you can actually create a course.
Okay.
Okay, so you can actually take it, sell it online. The problem is that a lot of people get overwhelmed with having to, they say they got all this knowledge.
Right.
And so what we're going to talk about today and give you guys some actionable strategies on how you can create, I call it, I have a workshop, creating a product in a weekend.
Hey.
Okay, so that's turn up. So so you gotta, because so many people think it takes so long to create a product, right? And they say, I'm gonna launch it in 30 days. I'm gonna launch it in 60 days. No, that's not. You don't want to do that. You want to get it out in the weekend, then start selling it right away, so that you can become more profitable. So you can basically make money. Yeah, absolutely.
So because you suggest, I think that's another false narrative that a lot of people think. They think that they need to have this 8-chapter course, 8-hour thing, all the way complete before they start selling it. And there's value in the fact that you pay as a first mover for a course, and people are and you keep adding to it. That's the added value, and you can always raise the price as you add more stuff to it.
Yeah. We call it the entrepreneur overwhelm. Right? I call it entrepreneur overwhelm, and actually teaching the class tonight on it to my subscribers. Right, trademark. Don't take that. Do not take that. It'll be trademarked by the time y'all see this. But I call it entrepreneur overwhelm. It's like we have all these different facets, these different lanes. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get clear on who is your target audience. That's the biggest thing. Okay. Right? And it has to be, we call it hot markets. So a lot of people will be teaching, I have one lady which don't get me wrong, this is great, but she was trying to teach to alcoholics, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You serve people like that. But as far as creating a business, that's more of a non-for-profit, right? So you got to get clear on more so who is your market, who's willing to pay you. So we switched. She had this skill set of talking to people about relationships. She was licensed. I was like, why don't you have a training on showing, couples how to stay married, or, things like that. So we have these skill sets. You just have to get clear on creating that. And then, so number 2 is you want to create this training. So this is an exercise, and I wish I could show you guys, but it's okay. You'll see some of the links below. But one of the things is you want to take out a sheet of paper. This is how you create a product in a weekend. Okay. You take out a sheet of paper.
Take out your paper.
Take out your paper. I'm watching you. You better take out your paper and turn it horizontally. Okay. So it should be kind of like horizontal, and then you draw a line across the center of it. And then you want to make a one-sided railroad track. So you want to draw 5 to 8 steps. Okay, 5 to 8 steps. So at the beginning of this, bootleg railroad track, right? You have where your client or where your customer, whatever you want to call it, where they currently are. Okay, so whatever problem they're struggling with. Now at the end is where they want to be. right? That's where they want to be. See, we're so focused on selling the features and all these different things that we don't realize that why people buy is because of the problem that they're struggling with.
And that you're going to solve it with that product.
You're going to solve it, yeah. And so people get so overwhelmed with this stuff. That's where you need to focus, because that's where. So then here's all it's going to do. When you have a training, all of us have bought courses online, and there are 8. You know, you can do 6 weeks, you can do 8 weeks. All you got to do is, at the bare essentials, what are the 8 steps? If you had a gun to your head, right, and they say you gotta give me 8 steps to get my man back, or Stella gotta, whatever it is, right. You're teaching people how to travel with their bae, whatever it is, right? You gotta give me 8 steps to get there. What are those 8 steps? Don't think about it as 20 steps. It's 8 steps, because you're gonna lose people.
Right.
When you do that, you can always you could do sub things under there. You could go. Step 1 under this, step 2. When you have that, you now have 8 modules or 8 videos that you can start selling for $27, $97. And so then you use Maestro, which is our platform we were working on, to basically sell it to your consumer, and we'll host everything for you. But that's how you can start to create it. Now here's a tip, side tip. Giving y'all some good tips,
right.
Okay?
Life hack.
Right, like straight, like you don't have to create the entire course. Like, I know people.
I just wrote a blog about that. You do not have to.
We didn't even talk about this. So this is on the same wavelength.
It just released today.
We didn't even talk about this. You don't have to finish the thing. Like, and you don't. I'm gonna tell you why. You don't want to finish it. The reason why is because, and this is some studies that we've done in our training, is that the people who are using our platforms right now, we found out that a bunch of them, probably about only 10% of them actually finish the course. Now that's not saying you don't provide value, but here's the reason why. If you give people 30 videos up front, and you give them a train, they're going to become overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then guess what's going to go up? Your refund rates are going to go up. You're going to get more refund rates. You're going to get less customers who consume it. So you want to have a schedule. You can create week 1 just in literally one day, and start selling it and start profiting. Like I did this with one, this is just a side, I did this with one course, and it was all about how to, what was that? I got so many courses. This was how to actually create your membership, kind of like this, in a weekend. Okay. Well, I actually got, I don't know what, I created, it's the same thing, 8 steps, got my bootleg railroad track, got everything mapped out all the videos, shot the videos like on the camera like this, or you could do like what we call the screen share, where you could share your PowerPoint. I shot that in a weekend. I shot that in 2 days. I started selling it the next weekend. We did over $20,000 in sales in 1 week, right? And I didn't even finish the course. So then now I've given them this one video, and then I'm creating the course over a period of time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, any tips on how you got that 20,000 sales for people? What are some sales strategies and/or tips?
Yeah, so we do something. There's a couple different ways you could do it. Let's say you're starting on a budget, right? Or whatever it is. There's 2 ways. If you're not on a budget, then paid advertising is something like Facebook advertising is amazing. Obviously, that's how you can really scale out any course. Yeah, because you have everybody. You can target. Pet owners, everything. Right. You can target the weirdest niches you never thought of. Like, I didn't think you could target some of these people, but you can. In terms of like, if you are on a limited budget, this is how I started off with something called product launches. So people think that product launches are, they think that they're something which is, hey, if I release my product, that's a product launch. No, that's not a product launch. That's just you coming out with a product. Effective product launch is something that you built buzz around, and you don't need money for this. That's the crazy part. You don't need money. You just have to know how to market. See, the two skill sets as an entrepreneur that you need is selling and marketing, and they're 2 totally different things. So people mostly, they sell. But marketing, the definition of marketing is getting people the ability to be excited, and then they make a decision. Okay. So like what Danielle teaches you guys all about, having content, having those things. Those are things that get people the close to making decisions. So what I did was, this is just a tip for you guys. What I did was I generated 10,000 customers in a year. Okay. And the way I did it was I went to an event, and I went to an event where there were affiliates, right? You know where I'm going. I'm going with this. Look, this is her language. So she's like, yeah, this is her language. So I priced my product at $4.97. I didn't even know why I priced it at $4, but I just said $4.97. I did some market research. So what happened is that I went to this event and all these affiliates were there, and I just said, hey, I'm gonna give 50% of my product away, and I'm launching. And I just made up a launch date on that day.
Right.
Like, this is just showing you guys, you don't have to have it all together, okay? So I picked my day a month from now, and I went home like, why did I say that? Like, I have no sales page, no way to sell the doggone thing. But I was like, I had this
I'm
thing.
gonna do it.
Like, I'm gonna just do it. You just take your reaction.
Right.
Fast forward a month later, I had out of that, because everybody, was like, this dude is cool. He bought me some drinks. That's what you got to do. You got to network. Relationships are powerful.
Yes.
Right? So me and Danielle said, I just reached out to her so we could become.
And now we're here.
Like, now we're here. See, that's how powerful reaching out to people is.
Yeah.
And so we did it. Fast forward to, we did it. I gave them what's called an affiliate link, and they promoted it to their email list. And I had about 400 people on this webinar. And I was like, oh my God. And we did a webinar, right? And so I didn't have it all figured out. I just winged it. I winged that entire presentation. And at the end, I just said, hey, you guys want to sign up for more information? Here's the link. It went to a checkout page, and people bought digitally. So this is why, like, we're in the short end of it is we're in the revolution of digital marketing. People don't understand that people in Australia will buy. Like, I just still, like, I don't know, I'm blown away. Like, I'm here in Chicago, and I have clients in Australia and little stuff like that. So it's just amazing. You guys are just
awesome.
Perfect.
Okay, well, there you go. So my next video is probably going to be about affiliate links, because I know you guys are like, all right, what's next? Because he's such a bundle of information. So I'm so excited that I met him. All his links are going to be below, so make sure you check out what he has to offer. Get your products in order. Who's all going to be this weekend doing a weekend in a course challenge?
Yeah, challenge. Create your product in a weekend. And you could totally do it. You could totally do it. Don't allow the entrepreneur overwhelm to overtake you, because it happens. Like, just get over that. Just do it, push through, and you'll have a lot of breakthroughs and a product that you can sell to anybody.
I love it. All right, well, I guess I will see you guys at the next vlog. Make sure you tune in and check out his information. All right, make sure that you comment in below. What are you guys working on? Do you have a course already? How are you guys promoting? Do you have affiliate links? We want to know. All right, well, I hope everybody's gearing up for Black Friday, because it's going to be huge. All right, talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.